Today we've got a unique, never retroed pair of Nike Air Prevails. These Nike Air Prevails dropped in 1994 for about $60. Back then, they were a budget hoop shoe, but the story aged like fine wine. Guys like Reggie Miller and Penny Hardaway wore this model back in the 90s, and today, we're bringing this pair back with a full hybrid swap. Originally, we planned to use these, but the original color of the Prevail outsoles and midsoles is black. However, here's where it got tricky. This is the second time these ended up back in my hands because originally, right, when he sent these in, we were on board to use them. Then, he found a black pair of these for sale that may have worked. I forgot the exact reasoning why we didn't end up going with that other black pair, maybe because it sold or it just wasn't the size. I ended up sending these back to him because we planned that he was going to send the other donor pair to me. Turns out we're just going to end up using these. I'm actually thankful he sent these back because my dad's birthday was in August, and when he sent these back in, my dad opened the box and he was like, wow, I sort of like those. And if it wasn't for my client sending them back into me, right, and not going with that other donor pair, we would have never known that my dad liked them, and I ended up purchasing him his own pair for his birthday. Yes. So thank you, Don, if you're watching this, for sending these back out. That's my client. I appreciate you. That was just a little wholesome story I wanted to tell, just a full circle moment. It's just crazy that the work I do can lead to just things outside of work. You know what I mean? Let's continue this restoration. I'm going to take the donors apart, or I'm going to skive the uppers first. Now it's time to take apart the donors, and like I said, we are only pouring acetone in these guys. We're not using our donor separation oven. However, I'm pretty low on acetone. As you can see, I need to go buy more, literally today. I'm hesitant if this will even be enough. I think it should be. I sort of lied. We're going to the store, getting more acetone because I don't feel like I had enough. And last thing I want to do is put myself in that situation. So let's just avoid that situation and get some more acetone. And off to the store we go. I totally forgot to record while I was in there, but I go to Sally's Beauty Supply. My mom does wedding hair, so she goes there and has an account with them. So she gets a lot of their products for not on discount, but I think there's like no tax when you have a hairdresser's license or hairstylist license. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but we got the gallon of acetone, pure acetone, which is amazing. Now we can go back, dump this in those beautiful donors that we unfortunately have to take apart, and then go from there. Let's do it. I'm gonna finish taking them apart up here because around these plastic areas it was giving me a harder time. I'm gonna go ahead, take these apart, throw my mask on here so I can breathe. Let's do it. And just like that, pretty simple. And what I didn't know is there's a nice, fat, juicy air unit right there. Look at that. I don't know if the camera's giving it justice. Probably not, but that's what this whole thing is right here. It's an air unit. Nice. Didn't know that. So that's what the insides of these are looking like. Once the acetone dries in it, then I'll throw on the uppers here just to see how the fitment is. If we have to take our heat erase pen, do any custom alignment tracing out, we will, to make sure everything fits, and then we'll Dremel them and move on to dyeing the soles. For the outsole dye, I'm using a permanent black dye. Before I touch the dye, I'm prepping the outsole with acetone to strip off any dust, debris, or contaminants. Clean canvas equals a better bite and a more even finish. Then I'm taping off every section I don't want dyed, so we keep the bottom true to the original look, exactly how my client requested. You ever watch restoration and think it's flawless start to finish? Yeah, same. So here's me spilling the dye because I didn't respect gravity. But we bounced back though, no big deal, just a part of the process. Alright, so it's the next day. I let these dry overnight and I applied 2 more coats earlier today just to ensure everything was as solid black as it could be, because after they dried I noticed some patchy areas, but overall I'd say they came out pretty good. If you look closely, you can see that this part right here is textured underneath. This part is not, it's smooth. So this part took many more coats of the dye than the textured part did, and it came out a little different. Also, I did want to say too, these have like a really bad smell to them. The dye is definitely not like non-toxic, it's toxic 100%. And if you're gonna use sole dye, I recommend wearing a mask, doing it in a well-ventilated area, have fans going, because even right now, the day later, I can still smell it. So I'm probably gonna put on my mask while I apply this tape, 100%. Since the original look on these had an all black midsole, I'm going to be applying Angelus black paint. Before it hits the airbrush, I run it through a paint strainer, then thin it down so it sprays smooth and even. Then we're airbrushing these midsoles black to bring back that clean factory look. Heading into the home stretch, and this is what makes or breaks a swap: adhesion. Barge super stick cement, flathead paintbrush, patience and precision is what I'm using. The goal is maximum coverage so that when these are pressed and bonded, they hold strong and wear right. After a long process, a lot of patience, and a whole lot of careful work, these are finally complete. This black suede from 1994 is extremely delicate, so a couple areas are naturally a little rough around the edges, and that's just the reality of working with aged black suede. It's something you see a lot on a lot of pairs. But trust me, the bond is strong and these aren't going anywhere. There was also a bit of previous work done before they ever got to me, and that definitely played a role in the final outcome. Still, I did everything I could to preserve what was left and bring them back the right way. Most importantly, my client was beyond happy. And one of his favorite shoes again, revived and wearable. If you guys enjoyed this video and you want to see more just like it, be sure to click here. Don't forget to subscribe and comment below what pair you want to see next. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.